There is a moment in everybody's life when silence feels heavier than words, when watching the world hurts more than speaking about it, when you realize that your voice, the one you think is small, ordinary, or unimportant, might be the only thing standing between justice and injustice, between truth and lies, between humanity and the darkness trying to swallow it. Today, I want to talk to you not as a stranger, not as a podcaster, not as a name behind a microphone, but as a human being who believes in humanity, empathy, and the possibility of peace. This episode is called Your Voice because your voice is not just a sound, it is a responsibility, it is power, it is a shield for the innocent, and it is a light in a world that sometimes feels unbearably dark. Look around. Every day we see people being hurt, displaced, silenced, oppressed, trafficked, abducted, and killed, not because they did anything wrong, because evil exists, because greed exists, because some people choose cruelty over compassion. And the truth is, evil does not care about your religion, your nationality, your race, your gender, or your background. Evil has no loyalty. Evil has no boundaries. Evil has no mercy. If you think you are safe because you belong to a certain group, or because you live in a certain place, or because you stay quiet, remember this: silence never protected anyone. We live in a world that tries to divide us. It tells us to choose sides based on labels: religion, caste, sect, race, nationality, ideology. But humanity has no label. A child suffering on the other side of the world is not their child. Their child is our responsibility. A woman being oppressed is not their problem. Her pain is our obligation. A man being killed for someone else's power is not their tragedy. It is our wake up call. You don't need to belong to a group to care. You don't need to share someone's identity to defend their dignity. You don't need to agree with someone's belief to protect their right to live in peace. You just need to be a human. You must think, I'm just one person, what difference can I make? But history has never been changed by crowds. It has always been changed by individuals who refuse to stay silent. One person who said, this is wrong. One person who said, I stand with the oppressed. One person who said, I will not look away. Your voice matters because it inspires others to speak. It breaks the illusion that people don't care. It tells the oppressed that they are not alone. It tells the oppressor that the world is watching. It creates pressure, awareness, and accountability. Silence is a choice, and so is courage. For standing with what is right, you don't have to pick a religion. You don't have to pick a side. You don't have to belong to a group. You only have to stand with what is right. Stand with the child who deserves safety. Stand with the woman who deserves freedom. Stand with the man who deserves dignity. Stand with the family who deserves peace. Stand with the innocent who deserves life. When you see wrong, you speak. When you see injustice, you stand. When you see cruelty, you refuse to normalize it. Because if you don't, one day it could be you, or someone you love, or someone who looks like you, dreams like you, laughs like you. Evil does not discriminate, so humanity cannot afford to discriminate either. Be the voice of the suppressed. There are millions of people right now who cannot speak for themselves. People living under occupation, people trapped in war, people being trafficked, people being silenced, people being punished for telling the truth, people being erased because their existence threatens someone's power. They don't need your silence, they need your voice. Your voice can be a message, a post, a conversation, a prayer, a stand, a refusal to accept injustice. You don't need a platform, you don't need fame, you don't need influence. You just need courage. So today, I ask you, not as a podcaster, but as another human being sharing this planet with you, use your voice. Use it for the people who lost theirs. Use it for the people who were scared. Use it for the people who are hurting. Use it for the people who are fighting to survive. Use it for the people who deserve better. Your voice is not small. Your voice is not weak. Your voice is not meaningless. Your voice is a weapon against injustice. Your voice is a shield for the innocent. Your voice is a reminder that humanity still exists. And when millions of voices come together, evil trembles.